in.
I will.
And we're going to go ahead and get started. So welcome to this month's Nonprofit Initiative Huddle. We have a treat for you tonight. So we're going to keep this thing moving. I am Rita Williams, and I am proud to be the lead for the Nonprofit Initiative, and I work with a fabulous team. We have Ms. Rosalind Lett, who is with the CEO of the Infopreneurs, Pamela Parker, the CEO of Swing Into Their Dreams, Shirley Xavier, the CEO and founder of the Yay Foundation, and myself, the CEO of Fine Tunes Treasure. So just to go over our agenda, we're going to ask you all to sign in just a moment. And then we're going to have an icebreaker, and our icebreaker tonight is going to allow us to do some networking. We're going to have our speaker introduction, and then a fabulous just entrepreneur is going to share her jewels tonight. Then we'll allow you to ask our speaker some questions, and then we're going to do our drop one and look ahead. And so just a little bit about that. We know that when we come together for the Atlanta Black Chambers, we have so much that we want to share that we're doing in our respective businesses. But drop one is the time that we have designated for all of us to share about our nonprofits. So you'll get a little bit more instructions about that. But what we're going to do is ask everybody to keep the chat clear until we get to that drop one and look ahead portion near the end of our time together. All right, so if you don't mind scanning the QR code in order to sign in, and then I'm going to stop sharing for just a moment, because if you're not able to scan the QR code, I do know at the bottom of our slides, there is a link that I'm going to drop into the chat. So if you give me one moment to do that. All right. All right, and where did my menu bar go? Just a moment. Zoom, I need you to flow with me today. All right, I am dropping the link into the chat for everyone to sign in if you can. And then I'm also, if you prefer to use the QR code in order to check in, then I'm going to ask you to do that as well. All right, so the link to sign in is in the chat, and the QR code is here as well. And please do complete everything. Do know that we now have a WhatsApp group for our nonprofit initiative. And so do know that if you are an ABC member, then we're going to add you to the WhatsApp group so that we can all share resources back and forth in order to expand and advance our nonprofits. All right, so we have our icebreaker that we want to do, and last time we met, we asked everybody to just categorize your nonprofit. So if it's an educational nonprofit, environmental, charitable, it could be religious, health, wellness, cultural, youth advocacy, or other. So what we want to do, because we know that we are virtual, but we want to give everybody an opportunity to do some networking. And so what we're going to do, we are going to give everybody a moment just to see what number closely reflects the work that your nonprofit does. So I'm going to pause right there, because we're going to open up 8 breakout rooms, and breakout room number 1 will be for the educational nonprofits. Breakout room number 2 will be for environmental, 3 for charitable, 4 for religious, and so forth. And what we're going to ask you all to do is just to make some connections for 8 minutes. Again, if we were in person, we know you would be exchanging blink cards and just really sharing and getting to know one another. And so we thought this would be a good way to provide a virtual networking opportunity. All right, so does everybody have their number? I hope so, because I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to go ahead and open up these breakout rooms. I'm going to create 8 breakout rooms. Here we go. And then we're going to have let participants choose the room. Okay, and the rooms are now open. The rooms are now open. So if you will, once again, join the breakout room that most closely aligns to the category of your nonprofit, so you can mix and mingle with those who are serving in a like-mannered way. All right? I see everybody joining. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Categories are on the screen. I love it. I love it. Looks like a lot are going into educational. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, Sherry is in room 3. So if you're charitable, please join Sherry in room 3. All right, Greg is sitting by himself in room 7. And so if you have a youth-focused nonprofit, please join Gregory in room 7. We have a few people here who haven't joined. All right, so once again, we are joining the breakout room that is a category of our nonprofit. So educational, if your nonprofit does educational work, join breakout 1. Environmental, join breakout 2. Charitable, 3. Religious, 4. If your focus is health and wellness, 5. Cultural, 6. Youth advocacy, 7. And if you say, hey, you all don't have a category that speaks to the work that we're doing, then go into breakout room 8 for other. And I see we have someone in there already who's waiting to network. All right, I'm going to start the time now. So at 6:15, we will come back together.
I'm not able to click on to join a room. I can't hear you.
You're on mute, Rita.
Which would you like to go into? I can assign you to one.
Education.
Absolutely, I got you. That seems to be the group of the night. Enjoy the conversation.
Thank you.
All right, so it's just us.
All right.
Nobody's in my room.
Okay. And then did Gregory find? Oh, he must have gotten off. He was in a room by himself.
Oh no, I
He
could
must
join
have
them.
just disconnected. Ah, okay.
I see 10 people in a breakout room, 8 in one room and 2 in the other room.
Yeah, there was a Gregory. He was sitting in the room 7 by himself, but I saw him move to another room, and then I guess he just logged off. So okay, that's all right
Oh,
too.
prayerfully he comes back on.
Yes. All right, I see we have one to admit. Hi, Shamila. We are in the networking portion of our evening. So if you will look at the 8 categories on the screen and just think of which one your nonprofit reflects to the most, and hopefully it's going to be either educational or 8 other, because what's going on, we have participants in those rooms and they're networking and just making some connections until 6:15.
It's going to be the health and wellness.
Okay, well, I will tell you this, there's no one in the health and wellness at this time. So do you want to go into other? Because we have individuals in educational and other. So I'm going to put you in the other group at this time in happy networking. Good evening, Sonia. If you look on the screen, you can see different nonprofit categories. Those who joined us tonight are in one of the rooms networking, and to be honest, everyone is either in educational, room number 1, or in other. So which one best suits you?
Wow, let's go with educational. Even
Okay.
though, look, that's one of my problems is that I want to do everything. I want to be educational. I want to be youth advocacy. I want to be health and wellness, charitable, religious.
I
Well,
understand. I understand. Well, you only have 3 minutes.
mhm.
So since you said educational first, I'm gonna get you in there right quick.
Okay,
We'll see you back at 6:15.
thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. See something in the chat. What did it say?
Rita, I think
Pamela,
I'm
you
gonna
still
pop in.
admitting people? Pam, you still admitting the peoples? I'm about to drop something in the chat. Thank you. Shirley, what were you saying?
I said I'm gonna pop in on the last couple of minutes, see what they're talking about in room 9.
Okay, okay, go for it. And I'm gonna bring everybody back at 6:15.
Okay,
Enjoy.
thank you.
Onisha, if you can join a breakout room for the last 2 minutes, the one that categorizes your nonprofit. And really, the choices are 1, educational, or 8, other. That's where everybody divided themselves. That's where we're at now, just doing a little networking.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks.
Mhm. Okay, that's time. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hope you all had some good conversations, and I know it's probably just a little bit of time for you to just gain interest in each other's work. But what we're going to do is just try to make sure we have time for some great information and training to go forth, but also some virtual networking. And we will also have some in-person events as well, so we can make some connections in person. But all right, we will advance to the next portion of our time together. At this time, Pamela Parker, who is on our leadership team, is going to introduce our fabulous speaker. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen at this time.
Thank you. Okay, everybody, I am super, super, super excited to introduce to you a dynamic speaker tonight. Her name is Shirley Xavier, and Shirley Xavier is the CEO of Yay Foundation, Inc., and she is also a speaker agent for the Exchange, and she is the founder and president of Crypto Mondays Atlanta. She is professionally known as The Bridge because she is the first African-American woman to lead more than 55 global chapters of the world's largest in-person Web3 organization. She is also an active leader for the Atlanta Black Chambers Women's League. And if that's not enough, she serves as the regional lead for the Haiti group for the Global Opportunities Community of the Atlanta Black Chambers. Her heart is for service, but most importantly, her heart is having a global impact. So with that said, we are going to share my screen and take it away, Shirley.
Awesome. Thank you, Pamela. And welcome everyone to our nonprofit monthly huddle. Super excited to have you all on the call this evening. I have an actual physical event that I had to be at, but integrity wise, love wise, keeping my word, things that we're going to talk about tonight made sure that I was here tonight. It was just like, oh my God, it's a super conflict. I'm actually graduating from a cohort that I took. And of course, you want to be there for your certification, but your word is everything, especially in nonprofit world. So I had to make sure that I kept my word to say that this session was dedicated for me, stamped for me. So I must be present. So I'm super elated that I'm actually here, able to do, both the things. And if I don't make it in time to get my degree and my certificate, then it'll be okay because I did so graduate. Okay. But once again, my name is Shirley Xavier. And thank you so much, Pamela, for the kind words that you had shared. Like she shared, I have a really kind of extensive background, mainly in banking and as far as fashion, in the fashion world, retail fashion management for over 17 years. But currently right now, my love is my nonprofit. The nonprofit world is a major world, as most of you guys know, for those of you guys who are in nonprofit or who are looking to start a nonprofit. Yay Foundation is the name of my nonprofit, and the mission is to transform global waste into clean energy in underserved countries. But you know what? The nonprofit didn't start off that way. So as we go into our conversation tonight, you'll get to see that. So let me get back on the screen to kind of see where Pam is at so I could just make sure that I am following up with you. All right, awesome. So yes, so why am I here? I want to let you guys know that I'm not here as someone who made it, okay? Because seriously, I'm really here as someone with the intention and the integrity and someone who's actually scaling as such. And it's not an easy thing to do because just like I just told you, life can get in the way and we can easily get confused as far as what should we do or what should take precedent or what should take priority. But we're going to talk about that. So therefore we can actually make sure that we are scaling purposefully with strategy and community. Okay. Yay Foundation started with a mission, like I mentioned, to tackle waste, but it evolved into this clean energy space. So easily enough, quick story, I went to actually Haiti to with an idea in mind to open up a hospital in honor of my mom. You see, 5+ years ago, I had told my whole entire family that I was going to honor her in this way, my late mom. So at the eve of her 25th anniversary, I treated like her remaining siblings and cousins, my cousins, and made this big announcement that I'm going to open up this hospital in her name. Only for me to now, like everyone else, come and visit within 2019, 2020. It now was what? COVID. COVID happened, then COVID happened again, then COVID happened again. And, I wasn't able to now go to Haiti, which is my mother's homeland, and actually see where I was going to build this hospital. But you know how many times that you sit in your room and you start having conversations with yourself, you start guilt tripping yourself, wondering, my goodness, how did I get here? I can't believe I didn't do this yet or do that yet. So I was having one of those conversations and realizing that the following year was the 30th year of her passing. And I had to have something. So this is why you got to be careful with what you say, because opportunities will show up. You just got to make sure that you're prepared for it. So here it is. I get a phone call with an opportunity for me to go to Haiti. Literally, it was August. I paid for the trip by November. And in January of 2023, I was in Haiti on this 8-day culinary tour. But to my surprise, I go to this 8-day culinary tour, and you know what I have in my mind. Let's see if you guys are paying attention. I'm looking for land to build a what? To build a what? If the first person to put it in the chat, let me see if you guys can see it. You can go back to that last slide for me, Pam. To build a what? I want to see if anybody can guess what I said. Let's see. That's right. To build a hospital. You guys are all paying attention. I love it. So to build a hospital. And at the end of the day, after 3 days, Sonia, I thought I failed. I thought I failed. I felt like a failure because what I came to realize is that the infrastructure in Haiti was not prepared for no hospital. So I get back home. I'm now telling the coordinator, and this is why you got to make sure that you're always grateful, and you got to be able to make sure that you tell people how well of a good job that they do. Because as you celebrate someone else's success, your success will show up even when you're not least expecting it. And that's what happened. I went ahead and told her that this was an amazing trip, but you know what? What's up with this trash? Right? And she told me, well, no one is doing anything with the trash. You could do something with the trash if you want. And I was like, nah, I don't see that in my wheelhouse to do, but here I am. So easy fix. I'm thinking I'm going to move the trash by sea, but come to find out that there was illegal dumping of trash. So I quickly had to pivot. You see, not just in Haiti, but other parts of the world where we get our natural resources from, our minerals, they are burning trash in those countries. So it's not a they problem, it's a we problem. So at the time doing the research, the clean energy idea came in to build this machine that's going to convert the waste into resources like fertilizer, clean water, and electricity. Next slide. So that now made me realize that there's a major misconception when it comes to growth. You see, what growth is not is that too many times as founders or us business people who are looking to do other businesses, we're chasing funding, we're chasing followers, we're creating these flashy programs, and a lot of times we're doing it for the likes, we're doing it for the gram, as they would say. But it's really the sustainability, right? It's like, what is it that you're doing to make sure that you truly have that legacy mark? What are you doing to make sure that you are really having those strong relationships that at any given time, someone else can represent what it is that you have going on? That is what true growth is at. You have to find ways to be impactful in everything that you do, because impact isn't measured by how many people follow you. It's by how many people stand with you. And all of that has to do with relationships. But I have a way of now moving us along in this presentation. What I want to introduce to you guys is the MOVE method. The MOVE method that's the next slide. So when you see now the MOVE method, The MOVE method is actually an acronym. And the M itself stands for mission first, okay? See, when you have clarity of your mission, because I went into the breakout room and I noticed that some people who are not founders yet had mentioned, you know what, I like a lot of things, easily, automatically, you want to educate, you want to do this, you want to do that, and you just don't know where you want to be. And that is okay, because just like a foundation, it grew into something bigger. And now we are introducing, soon to be introducing our educational arm. We had to start somewhere. So if I had to categorize my nonprofit, it would be environmental. So you have to have a starting point, because a confused mind does not buy, and a confused donor will not donate, okay? So at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you have full clarity as far as, are you solving a problem that your community still cares about, okay? Are you solving a problem that your community still cares about? I don't know if you're on the same slide that I'm on. Yeah, there you go. So at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you refine your mission as you go along. Take time to talk to individuals, find mentorships. I joined so many different cohorts that I lost count. I think I'm at number 7 at this point in the last 2 years, and I think I'm probably shortchanging that number, okay? I have taken so many different cohorts to just go ahead and refine the mission, say it out loud, say it in front of individuals to make sure that it makes sense. Because you as a visionary, you have everything in your mind, but at the same time, you got to remember, people can't read your mind. They don't know what's all in there. And even with you, your mission can even outgrow you. So you have to make sure that you're growing at a pace that is scalable and that can make sense. So therefore you can create what you call systems along the way. So when it comes to purpose and positioning, anchored in mission, doors will open up. Okay. So as you can see on the next slide, O stands for own the right relationships, right? I like to talk about 2 types of currency right now. 2 types of currency. And I don't know if you guys know, we are familiar with the revenue type of currency. And that revenue is what's going to, be your grants, your donors, your funding, people that's going to give you money, sponsorships, all those things. But relationship currency is your biggest asset. It's your biggest asset. This is where you have a shared vision amongst individuals. This is where you can actually talk to people and people understand what you're saying. But the best part is when you're not in the room, they can explain what it is that you do. They know how to promote you. They can sit there and go to an event, network amongst other people, and talk about what you have going on. That, my friends, are huge. So you cannot build a movement alone, because remember, we're moving mission into movement tonight, right? So you can't build a mission alone. You can't build a movement alone. Relationships are the lifeline of sustainable growth. So take your time to form those relationships and understand that even if somebody says no to you today, that just means next opportunity. That also means not now, okay? But doesn't mean that it's a door that's closed, okay? So the next letter in MOVE is V. V actually stands for validate with impact, right? Validate with impact. You want to create a few wins for yourself. See, here's the thing. As a nonprofit owner, I must tell you, all the things that I do, from running a speakers agency, from styling women in business, from doing all those different things, this is the hardest job. This is the most consuming job, because at the end of the day, there's so many different facets to the nonprofit. So you want to not only just have the clarity of your mission, but you want to also know that you need to have the clarity of your vision and be able to understand that, listen, if I don't have the necessary time and the resources to at least get this kick started and get it started off on a right foot, just don't start it right now. Okay. I think you got to be on the V. Yeah, there you go. So just don't start it right now. You just want to make sure that at the end of the day, you know exactly what it is that you're doing. You know exactly what it is that you want. And remember, start with one thing. It can grow into a lot, but you just want to start with that one thing first. And from there, you can add to it and add to it. That's the job of what you call your board, right? Once you start having individuals that now come onto your board, they help you to stay organized. They help you to stay on task, on your mission. I can't stress it enough to making sure that, and I believe Rosalind alluded to this last month, is that you got to make sure you have the right board members. You can't just have anybody that is in your nonprofit or, you know, sitting in a chair. You got to make sure that number one, they have that background for what it is that you're giving them the title for, and that they truly understand the vision as you are growing so they can grow with you as well. So your partnerships will definitely validate your impact, because easily enough, a quick story, in the midst of my cohorts, guess what happened? I am with the Atlanta Black Chambers, as you know, and I'm also with the Georgia Haitian American Chambers. And in the same week, both of the chambers called me to be part of their nonprofit initiative. Now, I'm still on a high from that, because I don't, I think that's higher than any big donation. Now, I may change my mind later on, but I'm still kind of flabbergasted. How did that happen? Because at the end of the day, people see you. And sometimes, especially in nonprofit world, you do not feel seen. The first year, the second year, the first couple of months, you think that you're all alone. You think you're the only one that's seeing it. You have some nights that you just want to crawl somewhere. But at the end of the day, people see you. And eventually they will let you know that they see you. So understand that when you now start to have those partnerships, you want to cultivate those partnerships and make sure that you yourself are giving as well. You see, in the nonprofit world, it's easy for us to put our hands out. We're always receiving, but it's all about us being able to give as well too. Because if you're not giving, then that receiving starts to dwindle down. And at one point, every time that someone gives, they'll just give to you one time. And you want to make sure that people are giving to you continually, because they have bought into the mission to the point that they have taken over your mission. Okay. Certifications. We just got our Green Advisor certification. We're in the environmental and waste management space. So it makes sense. So even though I said join cohorts and do different things, just make sure that it's in line with what it is that you're doing. So sustainability equals strategic growth. So understand that when your impact is real, your growth becomes repeatable. Okay. So shameless little plug. Okay. This time for us to celebrate with social impact. So this is my impact call out of for Yay Foundation. Yay Foundation has been able to not just put on a gala, and this will be our third one that we do, but is actually a very high impactful gala, because we honor people within the community. So find ways to give. Even if you can't give currency, at the end of the day, maybe you can acknowledge somebody as well. So we have what's called the Changemakers Award. We also have the Yay Foundation Social Impact Award. And this year, we're also introducing the Yvonne Etienne Humanitarian Award. So ladies and gentlemen, you're able to attend, sponsor, donate, scan the QR code, share it. It's going to be on August 23rd at 6 p.m. As we continue, I don't know how much time I have. Please let me know how much time I have. We want to now.
5 more minutes. You
How
have
many?
5 more minutes.
Okay. Yep. We're gonna wrap it up. So we are on our last letter, which is elevate through legacy. I pray you guys have enjoyed this MOVE acronym. Okay. I think that when it comes to making sure that you are able to scale with purpose and actually move to the next level, you have to make sure that what legacy are you leaving behind? Remember, like we talked about earlier, it's not for the likes, it's for the legacy, okay? Because when you're legacy driven, mission focused, now you'll start to think about ways on how to have that strategic growth. You see, sustainability is not just about environmental, it's also about how you grow and how you continue to cultivate. So, therefore, you have that legacy fix when it comes to what you're building. Is it going to outgrow you? You want it to outgrow you. And do you want other people to take over? Absolutely, you do. So, in that, you want to think about strategic ways on how to make that growth happen because you're paying attention to what your community is saying, right? You're paying attention to what your mentors are saying. Constructive criticism is a great thing, and you have to embrace it as a nonprofit owner. You see, some of the mistakes and the lessons that I've learned during this process is that number one, I remember we were supposed to be acknowledged as the nonprofit for this particular company for the year. And then shortly, right before their program, we didn't hear anything and we just got dropped. So here it is, I'm asking them for a flyer, doing all these different things. And they didn't actually, give us the flyer, but they felt like, well, the flyer you saw, you should have been promoting that. So you want to now, and we could easily said, wow, that's kind of small and reason to like let us go. But you always want to be on the same page with everybody. See, Rita is always telling us, let's be on the same page, you guys. So you want to be on the same page when it comes to the partnerships that you're forming and even in the sponsorships that you're getting, and ask them, what can I give you in return? Is this sufficient? Is that sufficient? If someone's looking to honor your nonprofit or validate your nonprofit or give to your nonprofit your cause, you got to make sure, am I checking off everything that you want me to check off? Make sure that you're always having that ongoing conversation. So therefore, there's no gray areas. It's clear as day exactly what they expect of you, and also what they should expect. You also know what you need to expect from them, and they also need to know what they need to expect from you. So at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're always on the same page, because that's how you scale. Having your systems in place and also having high integrity in everything you do will keep you focused at all times. So let's build movements, okay? Not just nonprofits. You see, purpose plus relationships equals scalable, sustainable growth. So if you enjoyed the conversation that we had tonight, please show your support by either booking a clarity call on the next page that you see. You can attend the Yay Foundation Gala coming up on August 23rd. Sponsor, donate, buy a ticket, or share the YEF Gala campaign. Success isn't a straight line, but when your mission is clear and your movement is real, every step counts. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shirley Xavier, founder and CEO of VA Foundation. Again, I'm so happy that we now have this nonprofit initiative in ABC. We look forward to sharing more memorable moments with you and great helpful tips to help you to be successful and impactful in your respected nonprofit. Rita or Pamela, I turn it back over to you.
Oh, absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So this is the time where we're going to facilitate your question and answer portion. So if you all have questions, just either raise your hand and look in the chat, and Pamela is going to facilitate.
Yes, first of all, let me say, Shirley, that was phenomenal. Great job. And after that phenomenal presentation, I know you guys have questions. So what we would like for you guys to do is to put your Q&As in the chat. And this is a great time to share. We have 10 minutes to do that. So we would like everyone to place your questions. Let me see. Do I see anything in here? Looking. No, I don't. Does anybody have any questions about her initiative? And help me with this. Shirley.
Foundation, no, the clean energy,
Yeah,
it's a
the
waste of
clean,
energy.
yes, the clean energy. So does anyone have any questions about the clean energy and what that entails? And the way that she goes about it. Does anybody have any questions on the machine that she would actually, which I find very interesting, the machine that she would use in order to clean? Okay, so Angela?
Yeah, that's exactly what my question. I wanted to know a little more about the technology, and I also wanted to know, does your nonprofit, is it established internationally, and what that process is to establish a nonprofit that provides services outside of the U.S.?
Oh, that's a great question. And thanks for asking that. So, yes, first and foremost, as a nonprofit and for all nonprofit owners, you want to make sure that you have your 501c3. So, we just celebrated our 2-year anniversary on July 6th, having our 501c3. That's the only anniversary I recognize. I don't recognize the date that I founded it, right? Even though it was within the same year, but tax purposes, you better make sure that you recognize that. But to answer your question, when it comes to international, yes, every country has their own rules. So you want to make sure that you always, if you're looking to go into another country, that you have money set aside to get your licensing, to register that business there, whatever the contingencies or the qualifications or situations are, the rules, the requirements. It's all according to each and every single company. So, country. So you just have to make sure that you contact either the mayor's office or as far as whatever entity that you're working with, their go-to person. So for Haiti, it's the mayor. For another country, it may be the president. For another country, it may be an ambassador. So at the end of the day, you just got to figure out who those entities are so you can actually get in contact with them. But you're global, okay? Think of yourself as global when you guys first start, okay? So therefore, everything that you do will be prim and polished before you go into those countries as well. Sonia, I see your hand up.
Yeah, I was going to say Sonia has a question. And Sonia, if you could unmute, please, sweetie. Thank you.
Yes, I'm muted now, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, I have a question about one-on-one services. Do you offer that?
Yes, yes. So that was on the slide. I know it probably went down, but I did share it. It should be in the chat. I shared it with you ladies in our group
I-
chat. But
Yes, I
that'll
saw.
be in the chat for the one-on-one. You guys can also book a free 10-minute consultation if that link is live. But right now it's a 30-minute consultation on that link.
Okay. Oh, so the link is in the chat. I know that I saw on there, your website, also a QR code. I couldn't pick up the QR code because I'm using my phone for this.
Okay. I'll make sure I put it in the chat for you if it's not already in the chat.
Okay.
Okay.
So does anybody have any questions on the gala? The gala I know is going to be at the Atlanta Commerce Club. If anybody's familiar with that, that's a beautiful space. And so Shirley, did you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, since I have some time, so real quick, it is our 3rd annual Yay Foundation Fundraising Awards Gala. I'm super excited to say that ABC is our VIP reception host as well as sponsor for the event. Just like Pamela mentioned, is going to be at the amazing Commerce Club, which is on the 49th floor downtown at the 191 building. It's literally across the street from the West End, and the West End Peachtree Hotel has a special that they're doing for $159 a night, including taxes and fees. So if you're traveling from far and you want to stay the night, you can do that as well too. You just book that part on your own. But the gala is going to be amazing. There's a VIP reception with photo shoots, photo moments. We're going to have awards that we're giving out, and we actually have a surprise, but I think she might be on this phone, so I'm not going to say much. But anywho, definitely come on out. We're going to be acknowledging some great leaders. We have Mauli Davis that's getting a humanitarian award. We have Barbara Harrison from the King Center who's getting one of our Changemakers awards. So definitely please come on out. Would love to see you guys. You can go to yefgala.com donate, do whatever you need to do. Check out the story. All of that is on there.
Do you want to share how much the tickets are and if there's entertainment?
Oh yeah, there will be live entertainment. We have an amazing saxophonist, guitarist. We might have even a pianist. We got a cool ass DJ. Ooh, well, excuse me. Let me see. What else do we have? We have a singer that's going to be singing some tunes. She was there last year. People loved her, so she's coming back again this year. So yeah, we would love for you guys to come out. But everything is on yefgala.com. So go to yefgala.com and you'll see all the tickets, general admission, and the VIP there.
And I think, isn't it everybody needs to wear black, like black and gold or something like that?
That's
Or
right. That's right. Pamela been paying attention. She get a gold star. So the theme of the night is a night in Emerald City. Okay. So it's going to be, as you can imagine, greened out. But you guys are part of the decor. So everyone is not going to be wearing green. You're actually going to be wearing all black with gold accessories. And I need everybody to make sure that they are in the dress code, all black and gold accessories. Ladies, gowns, amazing gowns, head to toe. Gentlemen, tux, suits, looking debonair. We would love it. If you have any emerald jewelry, you are open to wear your emerald jewelry. That is the only touch of emerald you should have on. But outside of that, then it is black and gold. So I can't wait to see you guys because I know we be showing out and this is the time for it.
and then do you want to share your social media?
Yes, so you guys can definitely find me. I'm on LinkedIn, of course, by my name, Shirley Xavier, or you can go to shirleyxavier.com and it goes straight to my LinkedIn, or you can find me on IG at IAM_Shirley X. And then for the nonprofit is at YEF Global, at YEF Global.
All right. So Rita, I believe we are within our time. Am I correct? Yes.
Yes, there are no more questions? Nothing else in the chat, I'm sure?
I don't see anything else in here. No.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, I think
perfect.
that's it.
All right, so Shirley talked about the fact that we're not building nonprofits, we are advancing a movement, okay? Advancing movements, we are moving.
I see.
All right.
I'm so sorry. There's one question. So sorry. It says, will the recording be available?
Well, I know that the ABC, there's a newsletter that I believe Raquel Hill puts out, and it's a summarization of everything that goes on in the month. So at the end of July, maybe early August, when she sends out the highlights for July, the recording for this session will be available because our recording from last month was available in that newsletter as well. Thank you so much for asking. You definitely want to keep this. All right. I think I saw, oh, you're most welcome. All right. Well, thank you again, Shirley, for sharing your expertise.
Thank
And
you.
Pamela's going to take us out with, well, in a good way, with the drop one and look ahead.
Yes. So first of all, we'd like to thank everyone for attending this evening. You guys are phenomenal and we value each and every one of your nonprofits. They're all important. And this initiative huddle is extremely important for networking, sharing, and learning from each other. So because we value your organizations, we have delegated this time as drop one, look ahead. Drop one, look ahead. So which drop one, look ahead? That is a designated time for all the nonprofit leaders to promote your organization and your events in the chat. So please go to the chat, put your name, your email address or your phone number, your nonprofit name, and your website. And when you complete that, just put one ask for one event. So for instance, Shirley has an event coming up. So in August, so she will put her name, her email address, or her phone number, the name of her organization, Yay Foundation, the website for Yay Foundation, And her ask would be to attend the gala, and then she would put in the link for that event. So if you could put that in the chat, and we'll give you some time to do that, so that way we can share that with everyone and share that with the group. And I believe, let's see. I believe that is, I don't see anybody putting anything in the chat. Where is it at? Am I missing it, guys? I don't see anything. Okay.
Shirley's information is there. I think
Yes.
you might need to give them just a couple minutes to get everything
Yes.
in.
Yes. So we appreciate you. Thank you, Shirley. Shirley did a phenomenal job. I highly encourage you guys to attend our event. It's very classy. If you've never been to the Commerce Club is gorgeous. It's on the top floor. It overlooks the city of downtown, and it's floor to ceiling windows. So that'll be a wonderful event. I see Kenneth, you put yours in here. Thank you, Kenneth. And there we go. Maisha put hers in there. Thank you, Maisha. And so all of these notes will be available. Rita, is that correct? We will have these available for those that attended.
I don't know about the notes.
Yeah.
Because that's not anything that our team does.
Yeah.
We don't own this Zoom platform, so I do know that I've seen the recording made available during the monthly wrap up, but I'm not sure about the notes.
Okay, so guys, make sure you pay attention to the chat so that you can stay abreast of what everybody's organization is doing. And I see Sherry Anderson. Thank you, Sherry Anderson, for your information in there. And what we want to do is have camaraderie, make sure we support each other. And then this is a way for us also to grow as an organization and to share and to grow, as Shirley has said in her presentation, networking, and forming those relationships. And give you a few more minutes. I see, oh, thank you, Onisha. Hopefully I'm saying your name correctly. I see you have put something in there. Okay, so why don't I so Onisha is for Black kids. Sherry Anderson is the Stylist Startup Fund. Maisha is for Founder Operation Level Up Leadership. And Kenneth Williams is DK Guidance Care. D&K Guidance Care. Thank you, Kenneth. And then, of course, Shirley's. And we have one more. Okay, thank you, DeAndrea. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And thank you, Stacy. Stacy Jones is potential program to encourage youth into the nursing profession. Thank you. And Deandra, hopefully I'm saying that right. Pretty and Powerful Empowerment. Thank you. Thank you for that. That's awesome. And then Stacy Jones. Oh yeah, she's the nursing professional. So thank you guys. We appreciate you. And we hopefully everybody was able to get that information in the chat. So as we close, I want to say that as we conclude today's ABC Nonprofit Initiative Huddle was very informative, and I hope that you all were able to get all the information that you needed. And we want to say, Stacey, do you mind? Okay, sweetie, there we go. So, and we want to encourage everybody to continue to attend these initiative huddles, because we put a lot of time and thought into these. We meet outside of these meetings to make sure that everything that we share is informative and it helps your nonprofit grow. And so with that said, we would like to help and encourage you that as we move forward, we are brought together. For each of us have organizations that we all lead with passion. We have organizations that we lead with vision. And we also have the unwavering belief that we can have meaningful change. And so we want to encourage you that this is possible, but it happens because of people like you. So thank you so much for leaning in. Thank you for attending. And as we move forward with purpose, our next huddle is Thursday, August the 28th at 6 p.m. So please mark your calendars, and we look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday, August the 28th at 6 p.m. And thank you again for joining, and we love you guys. Stay strong.
Fabulous, fabulous. Thank you, everybody. Shirley, thank you again for sacrificing and being in
Shirley.
2 places at one time.
Thank you, Shirley.
My pleasure. It's all about the integrity.
Yes, yes. Well, look, go and celebrate with your team and your fellow graduates.
Yes. Mhm.
I
Look, my
have-
last name is Xavier, so I should still be good.
I have a question. I'm sorry about websites. I know we're ending, but can anyone recommend a good person to build a website for a
Yes,
nonprofit?
I have somebody actually. Let me put that in there for you. Actually, I have a couple of people, so give me 1 second to pull that up for you.
I would need the person with the lowest price.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Okay, I will make sure I do that.
Okay.
And this person that I'm putting in there is an ABC member.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me see. Hopefully I put that in there right. Do you see that? And her contact
Mm-hmm.
and her contact information is on her website.
Okay.
Everything is on there. And if you look at her website, you kind of get a feel of what she's like. She's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. She does a lot of the artwork for Swinging to Their Dreams.
Okay.
She's actually our creative marketing director. I'll put a little plug in there for her.
Mhm.
And she's also the, she works in the luxury division for Berkshire Hathaway. So she does their design for Berkshire Hathaway as well in their luxury division.
Okay.
So she's very good, very skilled.
Mhm.
Awesome, awesome.
Right.
All right. Oh, we have someone.
Oh,
Okay. Hi, Nicole. Well, I'm going to go ahead and bid everybody a good night, and we look forward to seeing you next month on August the 28th.
Hey, Pamela, you
Thank
told
you
me to
so
stay on afterwards, or do you want to connect off screen?
Oh,
Maisha,
Oh.
we can connect off screen, sweetie. Let me, I'll put my info in the chat for you really quick, okay?
Okay, thank you.
And,
sorry about that. Did you two want to? I can stop recording if you are. Let me go ahead and